Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and my apologies for not uploading a video, or not recording yesterday, I should say. I did upload the Dark Souls thing, because I finally saw it. So here's the thing, Plunger uploaded it, but he didn't give me access to it, because he uploaded it into a different folder that I didn't have access to, and because of that, I couldn't see it. That is one hell of a seed to see when I just... Alright. Okay, yeah, alright. That's one hell of a seed. So I apologize for not recording anything yesterday. I was in a funk, I'll be honest with you. It was a series of unfortunate events of, I started recording the World of Horror, we got like 25 minutes through it, and my computer crashed. And so I was kind of in a bad mood after that, because it's like, well, 5 minutes more of the video and it would have been done. And so then I'm like, okay, I don't feel like doing another World of Horror run immediately. So then I did RimWorld, and 13 minutes into the RimWorld, there was an issue with the recording software. So I just kinda... And it was a way that I set it up that was bad. It wasn't a problem with any of the hardware or anything like that. So I fixed it, and then I was gonna record it again, but I was just like, I just didn't feel like it. So, here we are. I was just tired, I was in a bad mood. I couldn't get the commentary, I couldn't get the banter engine revving up at all. So, random character, class of 1980X, Harbinger of Doom, and we're gonna do Cthulhu as a treat. Ill-fated Cthulhu. Oh boy. Okay. Alrighty. It's a Kana episode. Oh my god. Also, I don't remember if I did this anecdote in the episode where the computer crashed so it didn't save or not, but I tried to change the thumbnails on the old videos, but I changed the thumbnail too many times that it locked me out of my YouTube account, and I had to go through like a, I had to go through like a verification process to make sure that it was me. What on earth do I want to do for a Kana episode? I'm trying to think. Like, I think the History Club is... You just roll up the History Club until you get, like, a Ghostly Spear or Mind Drain, right? That makes sense to me. Maybe we even keep the library, just so that, Sorry, I yawned there. Maybe we keep the library, just so that we can try to, like, Hail Mary roll for spells. Me and Soft Drink Rutsu. I mean, the thing is, like, none of this stuff really, like, matters, so we'll get, like, Charisma to 8, I guess. And then, I guess we'll heal, get the money. We've got one outfit, it's the best fit that we've ever worn. And now, I guess we're gonna look for... I guess we do Thaumaturgy Teacher, because I don't really want to start on anything else. But we need to get some sort of max percentage health damage spell, or max health damage spell. Just because, like, you know, we're kind of in a bad spot. I mean, the Seal of Savesh is really nice, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I think you just kind of want to brute force this, because it's better... It's better than a weapon in the sense of, like, like, getting a weapon, 4% Doom, right? Minimum. And then sometimes you have to reroll for 3% Doom. So this is more expensive than getting a weapon, but it is just... I think it's the only way to do it. I think it's the only way to do it. I don't think it's in the pool. I think it's gonna start rerolling. Memory Extract is really good. Do we just take Memory Extract? Abolish. That's actually a new one. Protective Carvings is pretty good. Probably should receive -1 damage in combat by default. There we go. Alright. So now that we've got Ghostly Spear, I guess just how are you all doing? I don't have to care for the rest of this episode about what happens, so... You know, personally me, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good today. I did make a horrible mistake, though, which thankfully it was on a Sunday, so it didn't matter. But So whenever I want to take a nap, I will grab like an hour-long Northern Lion video. Usually either like the miscellaneous ones or like the climbing ones, and I'll maybe put it in a watch later or like queue with another video, so it's like an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. And then I'll just listen to that, and then I'll go to bed, and it works like a charm. Like I'll wake up like I'll wake up like an hour and I'll wake up when the video ends, basically, right? And so I wanted to do that for sleeping. And so I wanted to sleep for about 8 hours. And so I set my alarm on my watch, which was a really bad idea. It was a horrible idea, actually, because the alarm on the watch is very quiet. And then I got a random playlist for... It was the hospital that we had to go to, right? Am I crazy? No, I'm not. So I grabbed a... Northern Lion doesn't have a playlist for it, but it's the climbing game. And so I just grabbed somebody's random playlist for it, and it was like 13, 14 hours long, something like that. And I just put that... I started on... I didn't start on episode 1, because I had actually watched, like, episode 1 and 2. So it was like 14 hours long. I started on episode probably like 3 or 4. And I just went to sleep. And I slept through my alarm. And I woke up when I woke up when the playlist ended. So I slept through the entire day. I woke up, like, literally, if each episode's like an hour long, 14-hour long playlist or whatever, I skipped the first 2 episodes. I literally woke up, like, the moment the playlist was over. Maybe, like, 30 minutes after the playlist ended, but, like, something like that. Like, I need to make a private playlist that is just, like, 8 hours long, with, like, an intermission of, like, a 30-minute long video first, because it'll take me, like, 30 minutes to fall asleep, I think. Or at least that's what I'm planning on. And then... Why did I go back here? Oh, that's exactly why. I'm not paying attention to the game that I'm playing at all. I'm sorry. There's very little that I have to do here. And I just need to click through the game, and I'll eventually either win or doom out. There is no meme. I probably should have taken the money. Second enemy gore-covered student, by the way. Just as like a little treat. Do you think ghostly spears will work against a building? That's the wrong one. Nah, I'd win. Nah, I'd win. I'm still wearing the Queen Bean title, by the way. I've never taken it off. Oh my god, Ghostly Spear does work against a building. Whoa, Ghostly Spear be upon ye. That's, I mean, you know, you love to see that. That saves you a lot of doom. I guess we'll just start leveling up our stats to 8. Oh no, Blood Moon, whatever will I do? Minus 20% to the hit chance. Oh no. Oh no. I'll never be able to recover from this. This is obvious sarcasm, by the way. But let's see, I'm trying to go for anecdotes of like what I did over the weekend. So I found out about something called, and yes, those of you who have been around for 80 years, you're gonna be like, oh god, not again. Not again. Not again. But I have been getting the tabletop itch again. And I have been watching a bunch of, like, Eons of Battle videos, a bunch of Uncle Adam videos. I don't remember what his channel is called, okay? Like, it's called, like, Tabletop something or other. But he's just, like... I just remember him as Uncle Adam, and so that's the space in my brain that he occupies. Okay, I literally don't remember his it's Tabletop something. And then obviously there was a new Goober Town video recently, and by recently I mean There is no Anti-Memetics Division, Episode 1. No. There was a new Goobertown Hobbies video by Brent. And by recently, I mean it was 12 days ago. It actually got some discourse because it was like, Warhammer 40k is not for casual players. And I watched the video, and it's like, it's true, right? Like, Brent is the casual player. Yeah, we'll just take 8 more billion damage. Like, Brent is the casual player, and he's complaining about Warhammer being annoying. And it's, like, so true, bestie. Because, like, my favorite story of Warhammer being annoying is when the new Grey Knights Codex came out for the new edition. It's still 10th, right? I've been out of the game for, like a year and a half. Back during our Scotland arc, I was working on a Grey Knights army. And I purchased the Codex because Games Workshop accidentally sent me a bunch of coupons. So I got the Codex for like £5. So I guess I don't really have that much of a right to complain about this. But I ordered it, and because it was like £35 or something, and they just accidentally sent me, like, they sent me a shit ton of coupons, and I was like, huh, I didn't know they gave you that many coupons. And then they immediately followed it up with an email saying, hey, we accidentally gave you those coupons. The coupons will be disabled at the weekend. And so I was just like, all right, screw you. I'm gonna use them. And so I bought the Codex, and I pre-ordered the Codex because it was back when the Grey Knights Codex was like a pre-order thing. And before the Codex arrived, it had already been out of date, and there was an update, like, online about how the Codex was out of date and how you needed to use these rules instead. And it's just like, that is not something that a casual player or somebody who likes the hobby side more than the gaming side is able to follow, right? Like, it's completely incomprehensible that it's like, okay, they've been working on this book forever, and the book is up for pre-orders right now, but when the book comes out, you're actually not allowed to use these rules in the book because you have to use these rules online that came out before the Codex came out, you know? It's just very annoying. Like, you would assume that they would have playtesters and people who are working on it where they're like, wait a minute, that's overpowered, or wait a minute, that's game-breaking, or wait a minute, that doesn't make sense, but no. They didn't. And so it, like, really killed a lot of the momentum that I had for the game. And I could never really, like, my friend wants to play Warhammer 40k with me so badly. And he wants to play Age of Sigmar with me so badly. It's just that I really, like, the rules are kind of a pain in the ass. Like, I want to try one-page rules, honestly. Because it just seems like way less of a pain in the ass. Like, yeah, I think that if you're gonna have, like, really, really in-depth rules where everybody has, like, their own army rules and everybody has their own special stuff that they have to do, you know? Everybody's got their own unique things. Every army plays differently. You have a lot of that depth. Like, that's great for a competitive player or people who play multiple times a week, because then you have, like, time to have, like, the silly game where you're, like, learning the rules, and then you have a more serious game later in the week, right? Like, for people who play, like, probably multiple, like, for people who play more in a month than there are, like, weeks, like, you play, like, 8 times a month or something like that. Oh no, cut arms sinew, whatever will I do? I think it's fine, because you have time to, like, learn and appreciate that depth, and then you're like, alright, my opponent's out of tricks up his sleeve, because he's used all of them. But I've got some tricks up my sleeve that I just saw in my book yesterday, you know, something like that. That's all well and good, but for a casual player who wants to play, like, maybe once or twice a month, it doesn't really work, because there's way too many goddamn rules, and they change way too goddamn often. And I think if you're gonna have, like, a really complex game with a lot of depth, I think you don't get rules very often, right? Like, I remember, I think I started playing in 7th edition, but my army had a 6th edition codex. Was that it? Hold on, let me look up the Necron codex. Necron codex. Well, actually, no, that's dumb. Necron codex versions. I want to see, like, all of the Necron codices that have ever existed. Because, like, codexes are really cool. Why does it say 3rd edition Necron Codex? Oh, no, that's the PDF. Okay. Because I was like, there's no way. My codex, I'm looking at it, it doesn't say it's an... I'm not clicking on that link. I've never heard of that website before in my life. But the Codex of Necrons that I had, it was like this really cool, like, art with this red background and, like, this Necron with a war scythe looming over, and there's, like, some Lich Guard in the back, and, like, some ghost arcs and, like, the red fog. Like, that was the codex that I had. And then later we got the hardback one where it was, like, just, like, a Necron with a resurrection orb and a monolith in the background, and I think I have that one, too. But I don't have the new one, which is like the Scorpitech Lord. That's a Scorpitech Lord, right? I don't think I have that one, but I have the other two. I think I started playing in 7th edition, and I remember that Necron Codex with the red background. Like, that shit was awesome. That art is incredible. But, you know, back in that edition, like, you know, I played a lot of games. And the game was, like, really complicated back then because you could, like, give all this special war gear, and some of it wasn't represented on the model, so the only way you would know it exists is if your opponent told you about it, or if you just had their rulebook and you were looking at it, you know? I think we'll go like this. Thank you very much. Because we're on ill-fated, our stats literally don't matter. But, like, I played once a week. Under those rules. We had, like, a game day at our local GW, and we would all get together and we'd play, like, this team skirmish where we brought like, a preset amount of points or a preset amount of units, and we would just, like, divvy ourselves up into teams, and if we had uneven teams, the store manager would put his army on the table and back up anybody who doesn't have, a full team. And we would play for hours, man. That shit was awesome. I think they stopped doing that. But, like, if I played that often, I would be, like, fine. Like, if I played once a week, I would be completely okay with, the rules of the game. But I don't play once a week anymore, because I don't have an army that's legal in the current 10th edition. It is still 10th edition, right? We're not on 11th edition? Hold on, I need to... I need to... Hold on. Current Warhammer 40k edition. 10th edition, okay. So we're not on 11th yet. This Warhammer edition still does things the old-fashioned way. Using goblin green to paint grass. Botany, Violent Vigil, Flood. I mean, we can just do Flood real quick. I'm okay with that. Just do, like, 2 investigations and then we're done. But, well, actually, this is gonna be a little sketchy because we can only cast... Oh, wait, I'm stupid! We need a weapon. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Because you can only cast on the first enemy and the first enemy can't die. Oh, no! I'm stupid. Okay, hold on. We need to get the plus damage, then. We need to get the plus damage. We need to get both of them. The Theologist is in the forest, so we go to the school in the village. Real and true. That's so funny. I actually just realized, like, the ultimate counter to Kana is not being able to target second enemies with spells. That's so funny. So yeah, just go ahead and kindly refuse Rutsu. We are on ill-fated, you know. Me and this wine is terrific, Rutsu. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's fine anyways. +2 reason? Drink. But yeah, no, I just don't play enough, I guess. But I think that is a, I think that is something, though. I think it's perfectly valid. Like, people were kind of roasting Goobertown Hobbies on Twitter because he said that Warhammer 40k isn't for casual players. But he's like, he's kind of right, though. Like, if I was playing, like, 4 times a month or more, I would be okay with the rules. Because then I'm engaging with them, like, a lot, you know? Because I'm not just engaging with them on game day. I'm, like, reading my army's rules. I'm, like, reading up on strategies. I'm seeing what kind of cool combos I could do, that sort of thing. Like, that would be me engaging with the rules constantly, like, multiple times a week for months. I'll be okay with the rules. But since I don't play once a week, and that I want to kind of get to a schedule of, like, playing, like, maybe, like, twice a month, I don't know, it just doesn't work. Like, it's a lot easier to set up something like God Tier, you know? Or set up something like Super Fantasy Brawl. Like, the rules just immediately work, you know, right out of the box. There's a lot of cool, fun strategy that you're doing, but, like, you're drawing a deck of cards and you're seeing the rules of what you can do as you draw the cards, you know? Something about that is just, like, to me, anyways, those games are much more enjoyable to play because I don't feel like I'm completely... Was that updated? Can you now kill the fertility goddess before the villagers? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I don't think the ghostly spear will work, right? No, it won't. It won't work. So I didn't know that this could happen. Yeah, sure. Alright, I didn't know that that was possible. Because I don't know. I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that was possible. Did I already get folklore studies? Yeah, I did. I guess I'll just pump it into knowledge then. It doesn't really matter. I don't think we're gonna level up 2 more times. That was crazy. Probably should have, you know, grabbed some stamina there. That would have made sense. Violent vigil and botany, huh? Me when the roads happen to be closed. That's crazy. The mansion is safe, though, so it's like, I guess it doesn't really matter. But I have been getting into the Warhammer itch recently, and I kind of went on the, you know, the Warhammer isn't for casuals, random-ass pipeline. Here's the thing. If you want to casually enjoy Warhammer, you just gotta play it often. Like, I think that's the, like, play it, like, once a week at least. And I think you'll probably be fine with the rules. It's just you're gonna bump into some, like, annoying stuff where it's like, you know... You're gonna bump into some annoying stuff where it's like, oh, hey, you actually can't use those rules in your codex, huh? Why not? Because they were invalidated before your codex even came out. I hate this. Shit twice in a row? God damn. I'm gonna take the insomnia status. That's fine. I cannot believe that cut arm sinew is actually kind of annoying. Like, I was wondering why we didn't get 4. I completely forgot. I guess we'll put the police station on the forest just because, and then... I guess we'll go to the monument a few times, because why not? We're never gonna need to use the handcuffs for anything. Do you want to give me stamina at some point? No? Okay. Yeah, I'd rather keep the bottle of wine, to be honest with you. I mean, the monument's been great to us. Not anymore, I guess. I really, like, it really did just say, money, money, sanity, sanity. Like, that shit's crazy. This is a low threat level location. Doesn't matter, though. Still gonna get 80 more billion doom. All that work. Yippee. I mean, I'll take the minus sanity. I mean, I actually don't know what's better, because, like, you get doom for healing, right? So... I mean, you get doom for healing, so might as well. Probably should have sold the wine bottle there. You know, I guess I don't even need to worry about when I use the wine bottle, unless it would give me the kill shot of, like, -2 perception, and then -1 perception is -3 perception, and we would instantly die. Also, Curse Signs is a killer. If you get Curse Signs on Kana, I think you just lose the game. Me, when I'm confronting the person Rutsu, I think we just start running. That's a low threat level! Giving me 80 more billion damage, you piece. Sorry, Shiro-san. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Impaling your enemy. Enemy who drops 1 EXP. Damn, we still might doom out. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't want to have to use the wine bottle, because then that means that we can't use it again if we need it. Which is so true, bestie. That is like too good to use syndrome. But also, like, whenever we would need to use it, no, you can't do that. That's -4. That's 4 stamina as your total health. Actually, wait a minute, no, it's free, never mind. I'm dumb as hell. It's literally just free damage because Kana's based. I was thinking like we were playing Mimi or something and our max health was really low. Clap, clap, bow, clap. Clap, clap, bow, clap. We actually do want to follow this to a T because we don't want to fight these enemies. Like, yeah, leveling up is good, but like, you know, I would rather me when they're preparing for something. No way. And we're just gonna sell the demon mask, by the way. We're just gonna sell the demon mask. Light up the fireplace. I don't care what happens. Oh my god, we have a weapon? No way. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Billy Mays. I'm sorry. Hey, we actually are gonna get to 8 knowledge. That's so funny. Thank you, Billy Mays. Billith Mayseth. But, yeah, I've been getting that Warhammer itch again, and I've been kind of, like, cleaning off my, work desk for doing Warhammer, because I have 2 desks. I have my computer desk, and I have my Warhammer, my, like, hobby desk, which I originally was planning on doing a lot of painting for the, whatchamacallits, I just said the name of the game earlier, God Tier. I was gonna do a lot of painting for God Tier, but that was sort of like exactly when my interest dropped off. And what ended up happening was they're just all kind of sitting there, and I need to prime them. So, you know, uh-oh. Uh-oh! Me win! No way! I should have drank the wine bottle, huh? Yeah. Oops. Final stretch should give -doom. Real. I was not paying attention. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? Hello, horrible old man. If we're gonna go, the losing streak continues. That kind of sucks. Honestly, we might have made it. If I remember, yeah, we would have made it. Absolutely. Because we're only taking -3 stamina. Damn. I should have just drank the wine bottle earlier. Glug glug. But, yeah, no, it's Jover. I mean, now I've drank it like this, so we're just gonna eat every single minus imaginable. -3, -6. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Can we do it, big chat? Getting, whatchamacallit was so bad. The roads closed. And also, the Vital Clue was terrible, too, because it was Vital Clue and roads closed in the same mystery. Well, we got roads closed, then we went into a mystery, and then it was Vital Clue. So it was like, you can't really win that, no matter what. Like, you're just gonna kind of just lose. It's just gonna kind of be Jover. I accidentally clicked out of the window. So, like, even if we had, like, -4 Doom right now, I think we still probably would have clutched it. But, like, it was unlucky. It was unlucky. Alright, it's time for Pokidoku. Honestly, sometimes you do a little bit of a throw. And, listen, can you blame me for not paying attention there? That was, like, I was dying. I was absolutely dying. Now it's time to lock in. Fire, ground, you absolutely already know what I'm going for. It's my boy Camrupt. Any chance to rep him possible. Fire, normal. I remember Pyroar to you. Fire, starter. I mean, it's just a choice of who I would like to represent today. Johto and Unova. Hold on. I do actually need to look up what Unova is, because I do not remember. Unova, Bulbapedia. Me and Bulbapedia Rutsu. Unova is black and white. Okay. So, we're kind of screwed. I have no idea what a black and white starter is. And also, I'm kind of screwed for this entire row because I have no idea what a Unova starter is. Normal Johto. And Johto's Gen 2, right? Oh, crap. Probably should have looked that up as well. Johto is Gen 2. Johto is a region located west of Kanto. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Johto, it was the second core series, so Pokemon Gold and Silver. Understood. So Johto, starter, we could do Chikorita. Johto, ground, we could do... That's, trying to think, trying to remember. Johto, normal, Dunsparce. Easy. Johto ground, a little... Was Steelix introduced in Gen 2? Because Steelix would be ground steel, right? I think Steelix was introduced in Gen 2. I'm gonna go for that. Alright, now fire starter. Let's rep my boy Chimchar. I'm more of a Piplup Andy, but I do like Gen 4 a lot. Right. So, Unova. I have no idea what a Unova is. Let's try the seal, I guess? Or the whatever it is. I think it starts with the P. But I don't know. What the hell is a Minior? Oh, wait. Could it be Greninja? Hold on. Greninja? Could it be Greninja? Okay, so it's not... Greninja is not, There's like a seal starter. And I'm trying to think of what on earth it's called. Couldn't you get the Gen 1 starters in black and white? No. Unova does not include the Indigo Disc Pokemon. I don't know what the hell an Indigo Disc Pokemon is, so I think we're fine. Oh wait, starters does not include evolutions. Oh shit. Froakie. Frogadier. Froakie? Shit, okay. Froakie is not, Okay. Probably should learn how to read. I could've swore it was like... It was something. Water Seal Pokemon. Real. Water Seal. Cowboy Hat Caterpie. Real. Yeah, no, I don't remember what it was called. And I can't really look it up to see its name, because then it would say, like, this one is in Gen 7. It's like, oh, okay, sure. Unova normal. Unova ground. Is there, like, a cat? Like, what kind of cat Pokemon do we have? Tora cat. No. There's gotta be, like, every gen has, like, a normal type cat, okay? Every gen has a normal type cat. And all we have to do is scroll until we see a cat that I don't recognize, and then we guess that one. Meow. Mew moment. Dewat? Oh, wait. Was it Oshawott? Let's go! A Drillbur. A Drillbur. Oh, this was Landorus? Okay. So black and white was when Landorus was a thing. Understood. I have seen Landorus in, like, the competitive videos for, like, Pokemon competitive history. So that makes sense. And then there's Patrat. There's a cat here, right? There's a cat. There has to be a cat here. Stoutland, Tranquil, Meletta, Ruffet Bravery. Oh my god, I was wrong? It was a normal type dog? Oh no. I'm a fool. But anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye-bye.